I thought I knew evil. I was wrong. The air in Silent Creek always tasted like rain and regret. I pulled my coat tighter, the damp seeping into my bones. Detective Jennings, a man whose face looked permanently etched with weariness, led me through the crime scene tape. "Reynolds," he grunted, more a statement than a greeting. "Hope you brought your thinking cap." The house was a faded Victorian monstrosity, the Moreau residence. Paint peeled like sunburned skin, and the porch sagged under the weight of neglect. The air inside was thick with the scent of dust, decay, and something else, something metallic and unsettling. "Victim's name was Sarah Jenkins," Jennings said, his voice flat. 32. Found by her husband this morning. I stepped into the living room. The scene was theatrical. Sarah lay on the floor, arranged almost deliberately. Her eyes were open, staring blankly at the ornate cobweb-draped ceiling. Carved into her chest, a symbol I didn't recognize, an intricate spiral that seemed to writhe even as I looked at it. "Cause of death?" I asked, my voice calm despite the knot forming in my stomach. "Undetermined," Jennings said. "No obvious signs of trauma besides this." He gestured to the carving. Forensic technician Davis was already at work, meticulously photographing and collecting evidence. I knelt beside the body, studying the symbol. It wasn't random. It was precise, deliberate. The work of someone with knowledge and intention. "Ritualistic," I murmured, more to myself than to Jennings. He scoffed. "Ritualistic? You think we got some kind of cult thing going on in Silent Creek?" "I think we have something that deviates from any pattern I've ever seen," I corrected. "And I profile serial killers for a living, detective. I've seen evil. This is different." Over the next few days, 2 more bodies surfaced, each bearing the same mark, each posed in a similarly disturbing manner. Panic gripped Silent Creek. The local news went into a frenzy, and the pressure on the police and on me intensified. I pored over crime scene photos, autopsy reports, and witness statements, searching for a connection, a pattern, anything that could lead me to the killer. The victims seemed to have nothing in common. Different ages, different backgrounds, different lives. Then, I found it. A whisper in an old police report. A decades-old cold case involving a missing person. A similar symbol found etched into a tree near the Moreau property. The name Moreau surfaced again and again in Silent Creek's hushed whispers. Legends of witchcraft and dark practices clung to the family like the ivy that choked the house. Anna Moreau, the current owner of the property, was an elderly woman, seemingly frail and harmless. She lived alone in the decaying mansion, a recluse, a ghost in a dying town. Jennings was skeptical, but the evidence, however tenuous, was enough for a warrant. We found Anna Moreau in the attic, surrounded by strange artifacts, antique books bound in leather, strange herbs hanging from the rafters, and a collection of dolls with painted smiles that seemed to mock us. Anna didn't resist arrest. She seemed almost relieved. In the interrogation room, she sat quietly, her eyes vacant, her hands clasped in her lap. "Mrs. Moreau," I began, my voice gentle. "We need to understand what's happening. People are dying." She tilted her head, a faint smile playing on her lips. "Dying? Oh, but they're not really dying, dear. They're transforming." Her words sent a chill down my spine. "Transforming into what?" "Into something. Better," she whispered. "Something pure." I tried to apply logic, to find a rational explanation for her delusions. I explored theories of psychosis, paranoia, even the possibility of a personality disorder. But nothing fit. Her answers were too coherent, too consistent, too knowing. "The symbols," I pressed. "What do they mean?" "They are keys," she said. "Keys to unlock the potential that lies dormant within us all." Father O'Connell, the local priest, joined us. He had a haunted look in his eyes, a look I'd seen before in men who had stared into the abyss and found something staring back. "Mrs. Moreau," he said, his voice trembling slightly, "these symbols, they are not of God." Anna laughed, a dry, rasping sound. "God! God has abandoned this town, Father. He has abandoned us all." As the days turned into nights, Anna's influence spread like a poison. The town grew restless. Superstition replaced reason. Fear festered. A mob began to form, fueled by rumors and fueled by old resentments. I spoke with Dr. Carter, my old professor, seeking a grounding in psychological science. "Eliza," he warned, "some doors are best left unopened. Some darkness is best left undisturbed." But I couldn't walk away. I felt a responsibility to the victims, to the town, to my own sanity. Then came the night when Anna Moreau offered a chilling deal. She would confess, she said, if I would agree to participate in her ritual. Jennings was furious. "You can't be serious, Reynolds. This is insane." "I know," I said, "but what choice do we have? She's not going to talk otherwise. And if we don't stop her, who knows how many more will die." Father O'Connell pleaded with me, warning me of the dangers of tampering with forces beyond my comprehension. But I was determined. I believed I could control the situation, that I could use my knowledge to understand and ultimately disarm her. In the heart of the Moreau house, under the pale glow of the moon, the ritual began. Anna chanted in a language I didn't recognize, her voice growing stronger, more commanding. The air crackled with energy. The symbols on the floor seemed to glow with an inner light. I felt a pull, a force that threatened to overwhelm me. My mind raced, trying to make sense of what was happening. I saw glimpses of other worlds, of other realities, of something vast and ancient that lay hidden beneath the surface of our own. Then I understood. Anna Moreau wasn't just a delusional old woman. She was a conduit, a vessel for something else. Something that had been waiting for centuries, dormant, feeding on the despair and the darkness of Silent Creek. The ritual reached its climax. Anna raised a ceremonial knife, her eyes burning with unnatural light. She turned to me, a triumphant smile on her face. "Now, Eliza," she said, "it is time for your transformation." But I was ready. I had anticipated this moment. I had prepared a counter-ritual, a carefully constructed sequence of words and actions designed to disrupt her power. As she lunged, I spoke the words, my voice clear and strong, the room filled with a blinding light. The chanting stopped. Anna screamed, a sound of pure agony and disbelief. The light faded. Anna Moreau collapsed to the floor, her body withered and lifeless. The symbols on the floor dimmed, and the air grew still. The immediate threat was over. But the darkness lingered. I saw it in the faces of the townspeople, in the fear that still haunted their eyes. I felt it in my own heart, a coldness that would never fully disappear. Jennings found me, standing amidst the ruins of the ritual, my clothes torn, my face streaked with dirt and sweat. He looked at me, his eyes filled with a mixture of relief and horror. What was that?" he asked, his voice barely a whisper. I didn't answer. I didn't know how to answer. We left the Moreau house, leaving behind the secrets and the darkness. The sun was rising, casting long shadows across the town. Silent Creek was returning to normal, but it would never be the same. Neither would I. I thought I knew evil. I had spent my life studying it, analyzing it, trying to understand it. But I was wrong. What I encountered in Silent Creek was something beyond human comprehension. Something that defied all logic and reason. I neutralized the immediate threat, but I don't know if I destroyed it. Maybe I only pushed it back into the shadows, waiting for another opportunity to rise again. I'm left with a chilling uncertainty, a lingering fear that the darkness I witnessed that night is still out there, lurking just beyond the edge of perception, waiting for its chance to return. And that's the truly terrifying part.